Hi all, and welcome to a pickups video. It's mainly stuff that I bought recently from the nearest CEX to me, which is the White Rose shopping centre at Leeds. Right, the first thing I should point out is I've cleared out everything I said that I was getting rid of. I have done. You'll probably find most of the stuff in that store at CEX in Leeds. Nintendo's gone, Xbox has gone, and pretty much most of my Sega. Now, I did hold back some Dreamcast titles, such as Shenmue, Skies of Arcadia, Rez, Space Channel 5. The ones that I didn't really want to get rid of, that cost me a bit to buy in the first place. In my eyes, the more collectible, and I didn't want to get rid of them. I didn't really want to pass them on to CEX or give me practically nothing for them. If ever I do get a games room, then even though I'm not collecting Dreamcast games, they will have a nice little place on a shelf somewhere. There's nothing special that I've picked up, but what happened was the Nintendo stuff, some Wii games and DS games, and I think I got £38. It wasn't a great deal, and I know I wasn't going to get a lot, but basically I spent £33 of that back in store straight away. So yeah, I'll show you those in a couple of minutes. Firstly, I want to do some shout outs to my newest subscribers, and just let me get my list. So first of all, we've got Callboy75. Thank you for subscribing. And then next we've got, let's see if I can pronounce this right, DJ Yo Face. DJ Yo Face. Thank you for subscribing. Next we've got Christopher Allen. Thank you very much. Then we've got Bondi. So thank you very much for that. And then the most recent, I've just subscribed to this channel, is Glory Hunter 82. So thank you very much for that. Next I'm going to do a little bit of community news, if you like. I'll just pick up on a few of the YouTubers that I closely follow, and just let you know a little bit about them, and go check the channels out if you don't already. I think pretty much most of my subscribers anyway are all subscribed to these, so I'm sure you'll see what's going on with them. But if you haven't, go check out Retro Bear. Such a great guy is Retro Bear, and a really dry sense of humour. He's just been to the Birmingham video game market. He's just put up a pickups video. The thing with Retro Bear is he sticks to a little budget, but as I mentioned in the comments on his video, you know, you can still spend a little but pick up a lot, which he did, and he picked up some great stuff, and I've mentioned it in the comments. Crusty Demons. What a great sounding game that is. Even like you said, Retro Bear, even if it is just a stunt bike game, but even so, Crusty Demons, I've got to look out for that one. And everybody lately has been mentioning the community, how close everyone is out there. We've all made friends, and at these video game markets, people are mingling, they're talking to each other, getting to know one another, and it's fantastic because in my daily life, there's nobody shares the same passion as I do for collecting. I mentioned it in a comment. Where I work, there's 500 people works there, and alright, there is a couple of gamers, mainly into the PS4, Xbox Ones, and going online, that kind of thing. There's nobody really, nobody into retro gaming collecting. So I've nobody to share that passion with. These events, they're the ideal place to do that. And I think, to be honest, I mean, I'm really keen to get to another one, because I think rather than spending most of my time looking at what I can buy, I think I'll do what Retro Bear did. I'll just go with a little bit of money so I don't get carried away, and get a bit silly and just mingle with people, find people out, have a call to them. If it's such an event where they have, you know, a separate area to have a drink or a bite to eat, do that, sit down, have a chat to people and just take time out, just chill out a bit, because I think, you know, I think that's the whole attraction of it as well. You know, you want to be able to talk about stuff, you want to be able to talk about your collections. Alright, don't get me wrong, I do mention it to people at work, but their interest soon wanes and, you know, oh, is that the time? I mean, I'm going to go on to the video game market from Doncaster in a minute. But yeah, that's Retro Bear. I've linked them all in the description. Please check out Retro Bear's channel. And next we've got Pete Fighter 2. He's just put a plug, what he calls a plug. I think that's fantastic, that plug. It does make me laugh. I think that should be a new word actually. Plug. I love it. He's him and his wife have just bought an house. I'm sure I speak for all of us in the community. We're all chuffed to bits for you, Pete, and we all hope that things go smoothly for you. His new house, he has got himself a little games room. Proper jealous, mate. Proper jealous. And again, I think I speak for us all. We're all looking forward to some plugs of his games room coming along and evolving. So yeah, and Pete's a really nice bloke, a really nice humble bloke, and yeah, I wish I'd have got more time to talk to you, Pete, at the Donny video game market, but I'm sure we will cross paths pretty soon. Like I said, we can always just meet up. I can come down your end, go for a pint somewhere, have a little chat. That I think that'd be really nice, mate. And then Nath Retro 1. Well, I've been chatting to him on WhatsApp, and he released a video last night. I haven't had a chance to look yet, mate, at the time of filming this. But we were on about like editing, and he was getting to grips with a piece of software that he's got. It used to be Sony Vegas, I think it's just Vegas now. And it's a really good piece of software, in my opinion. It's something I've always used. Can do some pretty nice fancy tricks. But yeah, I mean, for these videos, I don't need anything like that. But yeah, hopefully, mate, you'll get to grips with that and sort out any issues that you may have had with previous editing. I don't think anything's been wrong with him, to be honest with you, Nathan, but it's always nice to try something new. And then we've got Yorkshire Lad YouTube. He is doing at the moment Xbox 360, it's his Xbox 360 collection. And Yorkshire Lad YouTube, he does release quite a few videos, short ones showing a couple of games at a time. But yeah, he's doing Xbox 360 collections at the moment. He's just done his Xbox original, so go to his channel, check it out. He's genuinely funny as well, naturally funny, and so go watch some of his impressions. The class, they really are. So yeah, that's the gaming news, the community news, if you like, at the moment. Now I'm going to go back to Doncaster video game market, because since then I've been watching other people's videos and they've been mentioning, oh, I met so and so and I met so and so, and I'm thinking, wow, there must have been a lot of YouTubers there, and I didn't realise, I didn't know most of them. But one guy who was there, I don't know if he was selling or if he was just a buyer. I've just subscribed to him, he's just subscribed to me. He's Glory Hunter 82. I'm gonna try and catch up on a few of your videos, mate. I also heard people mention Stu. I'm not sure who he is, what his channel's called, but he seemed to get mentioned a lot. And apparently Man Cave UK, he was there selling. I never realised at all. To be honest, I think most people were just walking around in a daze. I certainly was anyway. But yeah, and Griffo's Retro Gaming. He commented and he said, "I think I saw you there." I was quite surprised actually, because I thought, well, nobody's going to know me other than, you know, Pete, Roller X-Cord and Nathan. I didn't think anybody else would have recognised me. You should have come up and said hello. Griffo's Retro Gaming, that. So everybody I've mentioned, obviously I've put links in the description to their channels. Please go check everybody out if you haven't done so already. Right, let's get on to the pickups. As I've said, everything else has gone. I do have a few consoles that I just need to get shut of. I've got a couple of original Xboxes, which I think CEX will give me £28. And then there's the controllers, because for some reason they buy the controllers separate, which is good for us. But personally, if I were running a shop, if I were buying a console someday, I'd want the controller with it. But anyway, that's CEX for you. Everything from now on you're going to notice is going to be PlayStation. As I've mentioned before, I've still got my sideline collections, my Firebird games, badges. I've started collecting hidden object games for the PC. I have bought a couple, although I'm sure there were a lot more at one time in CEX. But I suppose every so often they're changing things around, and like the PlayStation 2 set is getting really small now. That's quite worrying, because once CEX stops selling them, on the main shelves anyway, where am I going to go then? I know I've got car boots, but I normally work on a Sunday morning. eBay, it's expensive. Charity shops, I never have any luck with charity shops. I don't know why, if it's just because the location that I'm in or what, but there's perhaps cash generators, and there is Console Yourself, a game shop in town which do a little bit of retro. Don't really think they're going to have that much of a selection for me. And also, if once CEX take PlayStation 2 from the main shelves, they then go into the glass cabinets, and then I imagine they'll look at it then as, oh, it's super rare now, and then the prices shoot up, just like all the others, Dreamcast games, PlayStation 1 games, you know, they're very overpriced. Right, anyway, enough waffling, let's get on to the pickups. And I bought two PSP titles. They were both 50p each. Well, I say title, the films. The game selection wasn't that good really. So what I bought is Once Upon a Time in Mexico, starring Antonio Banderas, Johnny Depp, William Dafoe, Mickey Rourke, Enrique Iglesias, Eva Mendes. So yeah, there's quite a few popular names in that film. I've never seen it, might give that a whirl on one at flights, maybe when I take my PSP I might have a watch of that. Next title, I used to have this years ago, and it is a fantastic manga film, and it's Akira. It's really bizarre. I've no idea really of the storyline, even after watching it a couple of times. I think I used to have it on VHS, and at the time I bought it from HMV. They had a lot of manga films, and I used to have Urotsuki Doji, which if anybody's seen it, it's a little bit pornographic if I'm honest. But yeah, and there were all other manga series as well. But yeah, this one was my favourite, Akira. The animation it's another league, to be honest. These manga films, they really are very well animated. They're completely crazy, and like I said, sometimes they don't make a blind bit of sense, but still, you've got to be impressed. So those are the two PSP titles. I bought a couple of PS3 titles. there wasn't really many titles within, you know, £1 and less. But these two were, again, these were 50p each, and we've got Beijing 2008. So, you know, it's one of those, I would imagine, button mashing game with cycling, swimming, long jump and probably 100-metre sprint. Next we've got, I've never heard of this one before, and it's Binary Domain. It's by Sega. It's, I think it might be a third-person shooter. It looks decent enough, but I've never heard of that one. Binary Domain. Well, I'm paying for these. Paying for them. I'm using my voucher that I've just got from them from selling the Nintendo stuff. Sat on top of the desk with this game, and to start with, it didn't have a price. So I thought, well, they haven't marked it up yet, and it's Ether 1 or Ether 1. And the storyline to this is, I don't know what word I could use really, because it's a game, but it's a first-person game where you're in the role of somebody who's got dementia, and I think the doctors are trying to revive him. I'm not really sure, but it is limited edition, and it's got this slip case. To it, it's just pretty clear really, and then there's a steel book. Again, pretty simple design, there's not much to it, just a leaflet and the disc. But anyway, yeah, I saw this while they were scanning all the Nintendo games in that I were trading in. Then I went to look at the PS2 games, and I'm picking stuff up, and the PS3 as well, and the PSP, and then I got back to the counter, and it's in a different place, and it's marked up, and it was £12, and I thought, you know what, yeah, go on, I'll have that. It looks different. It looks, I know there's a very simplistic design on the cover, but I'd never heard of it, and I thought, why not? £12. So that's the only PS4 title I picked up. And then obviously I picked up a few PS2 titles. With me having the voucher, I didn't really think to myself, I'm going to be restricted to the cheaper games. I thought if I see something that I haven't got and it's slightly more like £2 to £3, then I will buy it. And there were a couple at that price. First of all, oh, and by the way, I bought these plastic cases, plastic sleeves I should say. What happened was, when I bought some games from Donny Video Game Market, a couple of the games came in these, and I thought, they're nice, and actually, I know PS2 games are pretty robust anyway, they don't really need much protection. But these sleeves, I bought 200 of them for about £4. Yeah, I bought them, and I thought I'm going to put all my PS2 games in these. I've yet to see if there's any protective cases for PS1 games and PS3 even. Maybe there's some of these sleeves for the PS3. Because I would like to protect them all. I know they're pretty, like I said, I know they're pretty robust anyways, PS2 cases. But yeah, even so, I think that little bit of extra protection will do nice. So yeah, from now on you're going to see all the games in these sleeves. And this was the first one, Dragon Rage. This was one of the more expensive games. This might have been £3.50 or something like that. Dragon Rage. And that's by publisher 3DO. So I imagine it's a game of you controlling dragons and fighting other dragons and beasts and monsters. So yeah, that's Dragon Rage. Now obviously I've sealed them all, so I can't show you the insides, but as you all know by now, I only buy games with the manuals in, and they've all got manuals. Obviously I can only show you the front and back now they're all sealed. Next is, well, it's a popular game, well, very popular at one time, especially the TV series, The Weakest Link. Anne Robinson pretty much being a bully. She did it well. She did it well. I did actually like The Weakest Link. At the time The Weakest Link came out on TV, I worked at Asda, and on his dinner break, they had a large screen TV in the canteen with like sofas around. A lot of the employees used to go and sit down and watch The Weakest Link. It was on the perfect time, which will break for half an hour. Some of the lads weren't particularly impressed with Anne Robinson's comments, and she got called a few names, it's fair to say. That's The Weakest Link. Next we've got Bionicle Heroes. Bionicle is something to do with Lego. I'm not quite sure what's the more advanced Lego Technics, is it something like that? I have no idea what Bionicles is. I've heard of it, but yeah. Anyway, that's Bionicle Heroes. Next we've got Pitfall, The Lost Expedition. That's better. Looks okay. Pitfall's still a very popular franchise, really. That's by Activision. Pitfall, The Lost Expedition. Right, this one I did already have, but I didn't have the instruction manual with it. I think this was just 50 pence. PES 2009, Pro Evolution Soccer 2009. But yeah, it was just that I didn't have the instruction manual for it, so I bought it. And it's in really good condition. So rather than dig out the other copy and donate the manual from this, I just thought, well, I might as well just keep this one. Next is X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge. Another Activision game. And we've got Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2 by Activision. There seems to be a theme going on here. Never played the Matt Hoffman games, never played the Tony Hawk's games. Not really into the games with tricks and stunts and what have you. It's like the snowboarding game, never really been into those as well. And next we've got Hulk. Unleash the Fury. Don't make me mad. You won't like me when I'm mad. Though some of you might be a bit too young to remember, but there used to be the TV series from, I think it might have been 80s, either late 70s or early 80s. The Incredible Hulk. I can't remember the name of the actor who played him, but yeah, they were really low budget. It was a really low budget TV series, but it were good. It were enjoyable at the time. That's it for the PS2 titles. And what I did, like I said, I picked up a couple of PC titles, which are hidden. I'm looking for hidden object games. Two of them are hidden object games. One of them's a point and click adventure, but I had to have it because I used to love the game. Bought it on I think it was on the Amiga it first came out. But it is Simon the Sorcerer. Love that game. Love Chris Barry that did the voice acting for it. I mean, I love the Red Dwarf series. I used to love the British Empire. I mean, both of them were really daft, but they're really good young. I think Red Dwarf were a little bit better. Well, it was better. But the British Empire, I loved it. It was just daft. So yeah, that's Simon the Sorcerer. And it says there, the original adventure. So, but yeah, I've actually thought about, because hidden object games, I probably won't pick that many up because I don't think I'm going to see that many in CEX. I don't think there's that many PC games that gets traded in there. I mean, obviously there is other shops and that I can look at, but CEX is really the only place I've seen hidden object games. So I've then thought about maybe advancing it a little bit to point and click adventures as well. So I think I might do that as well. But that's Simon the Sorcerer. And then just two, this one's Hidden Mystery Triple Pack. 3 games on there, Mysteryville, Cairo and Golden Prague. Like I said, they're hidden object games. Some of them might have a few other puzzles in as well, but for the most part, a hidden object. And then lastly, Mystery in London on the trail of Jack the Ripper. So yeah, that concludes my latest pickup video, and I were happy enough with those titles. Yeah, either one cost me £12, but like I said, I didn't have to fork it out in cash, it were on the voucher, and I just liked the look of it, so I bought that at £12. Like I said, the rest of them relatively cheap, typical CEX bargain fodder. Oh, I would just like to mention that we don't actually spend a lot of time in this room, to be honest. We don't watch TV. I know some people can't understand it. We really don't watch TV at all. The only time the TV goes on is when I play games, or when we're having as dinner. We'll sit down and we'll watch a bit of YouTube, and that is it. Because the wife, she likes to read in another room. I just tinker about here at my computer desk. The other night, the missus were half asleep, and I'm like, do you know what? I could turn living room into a bit of a games room, and she was like, yeah, whatever. Thought, well, that was easy. Until the day after, and she was like, what were you on about last night? I said, I could turn living room into a games room. I said, we don't really use it. What do you mean? And I'm like, well, we can put, you know, where TV is, put shelves up and that. She was like, well, what we're going to do with TV cabinet that's already there? And I'm like, well, we'll get rid of it. Oh no. She wasn't having none of it. And then she clicked and realised just actually what I was talking about. It ain't happening. So yeah, that was short-lived. At the moment, on the TV cabinet, I've just got a PS3 and the PS4, but I think I'm actually gonna turn it into a little bit of a museum, and there is space for a PS1 and a PS2, so you know there'll be the 4 generations of PlayStation console under the TV. Get them all linked up, and I can pick and choose what games to play then from any generation. So, but yeah, that's about it, and hope you enjoyed watching the video and looking at the pickups that I've just bought. Hopefully I'll see you soon in the next video. Until then, from myself, Sean at Retro Games Revived, see you later.